Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Thanks for highlighting that. Rushanara.
Great, thank you very much. Before I go on to this particular subject, I have a follow-up question from a previous session that we had the FCA in, I think, which is to do with Burma. And I know, Sheldon, we've spoken about some of these issues in this. So my question is regarding whether there are laws or regulations which prevent British companies from taking an ethical stance regarding their customers. So Britannia P&I is an insurance club which has insured a vessel delivering aviation fuel to Myanmar. Any aviation fuel delivered to Myanmar may be seized by the Myanmar military and used for airstrikes against civilian targets such as schools. We've seen reports of that in recent months. Britannia have written to me claiming that there are regulations and competition concerns which prevent them from excluding deliveries of aviation fuel from the insurance they provide to vessels. So I just wondered if you could explain, or if you can think of any laws or regulation which would prevent Britannia from deciding not to provide insurance cover for aviation fuel deliveries to Myanmar in order to avoid the risk of being complicit in war crimes.
So I think there's two things there, and I'd suggest we write to you on it, but I won't duck the question. The two things which come to mind is I do not know about the issue, but I don't know about the contract which Britannia has with that state. So there could potentially be contractual considerations that they're referring to there in terms of what they are supplying and what consequences there might be of refusing to meet whatever contractual obligations they have. That's not relevant to the regulator. That's between them and their customer. In terms of ethical considerations and what firms can or cannot take into account, and that's why I started with contract. It's a commercial matter for how firms supply their services, who they supply them to, or not. The only possible argument on competition grounds that I can consider is if there was a pooled group of insurers and they collectively agreed not to supply for a particular reason. That could, in theory, be some sort of competition consideration. But apart from that, it's up to, and it's quite, I mean, in one sense, it's interesting. Part of the reason that we don't ban a commission is we say it's up to a broker or an insurer to do a proper job and decide what commission they're going to charge on the basis of the work that they properly do, and that's commercial freedom for them that we're, in a sense, discussing here with some obligations and duties on it. So I hope that helps with the answer to that question.
So what you're saying is there isn't a law or regulation that's preventing...
Well, I would have to write you to confirm whether that's the case or not, because I don't know anything about the issue. The only thing that I can think of would be contractual, and that would be a commercial matter.
I'm very happy to share the letter that I received with you to help you
receive it.
Inform your response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just turning to the subject at